What's going on, guys? This is DuoDai. I have an amazing video I'm going to share with you today. This is an almost flawless. I maintained 30 and whatever throughout the whole game, and then toward the end, the son of a bitch finally hits me and does a little bit of damage. It's like, I think like 2 or 3 damage, but I wrecked this dude. This was a fun game that I had last night. I was just sitting next to my wife while she slept, and I have the audio completely muted, and normally I do that anyway, but in this video I was going to leave the audio in just to kind of add to the effect of how amazing this was. I screwed up. I forgot that in my bedroom my air conditioner is quite loud. So there was no audio commentary. I didn't do any form of commentary because my wife was asleep. But I did have all of the game volume originally in the file. But as I went back to go listen to it, I noticed that there was definitely a lot of background sound, and I don't want it to be in your ears the whole time. So we're not going to have any audio. It's not really going to matter. I mean, this is a card game, no big deal. This game is fun. I'm using my freeze deck. It's my favorite deck. It's my favorite way of playing. And you're going to see some interesting plays because I get really lucky with the random number generation giving me my cards. I get some really nifty combos going on. And this guy, while I'm sure he probably has better decks, this deck is not very good. I'm not going to sit here and say this was a pro versus pro battle. This was me stomping a pub, basically. And I figured out what the problems with my graphics were. I'm pretty sure that my settings are now fixed and that there will be no more graphical errors in my videos. It's going to start off a little slow because this guy's he teeters on the not really wanting to do anything. He just kind of keeps summoning his totems pretty early on, which, they're 0-2, not really going to help him at all. He had multiple opportunities to do damage, and he just didn't do it. So there's that. I have another video primed and ready, but I don't know if anyone will ever even care about it. It's the very first time I went in and what's it called? Disenchanted my cards. So I had like fucking 200 cards spare, and I ended up getting like over 1,000 points. And I'm like, what do I want? And I didn't realize at the time that the big, huge monsters, the dragons, that they're 1,600 points. Damn. And I didn't know that. If I would have known that, I would have saved my points. I didn't think anything was over like 200 or 300 because I didn't scroll all the way over. There's one card, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. It's a dragon or something like that, and it adds +5 spellcraft. Holy shit. Give me that +5 and like 3 cards, and I can end the game. 2 cards, maybe. Well, no, it'd be 3 cards. It's just amazing. Also, while you're watching this, you'll notice that there's some delay on my clicks. I was using a mouse pad, or not a mouse pad, but a laptop touchpad to play this. So it's my reactions and actions are a little slow. Not that it matters. Again, it's just a card game. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I've got so much gameplay coming. I honestly just don't have time to render, edit, and do my own thumbnails and Photoshop my own stuff. I don't have time to do everything. Now, here was one mistake. I wish I would have used the destroy all cards, like to forward everything, but in the end, it was good that I didn't. I kept kicking myself in the ass. I'm like, man, I could have destroyed everything, got rid of the board. Not a big deal. I love the sparkle effect. I think that's awesome. That's such a small thing. Things like that make me really love video games. The really close attention to detail. Like, take, for example, the 4 corners of the map. Like, each one has... that's a gay card. I mean, that's cool that he has that and everything, but when I think of shaman, I think of, like, hexes. Like damage over time. I think of transforming you from human to, like, he's got like a frog. Oh, zero turns a monster to a 0/1 frog, and he even uses that on me, which that's perfect. That's exactly what I would imagine. The totems, I don't quite understand that. Maybe I'm not well versed in the Warcraft lore, because I know that I'm not. I wasn't a World at War player. I did play lots of Warcraft. Yeah, see, there's the frog. I played lots of Warcraft 3, and I played Dota. I played Dota 2. There's the freeze combo. Yeah, see, I clicked it, and it didn't work. So I had to re-click it. Fucking mouse pads. Or touch pads, whatever. They're really annoying. I'm not really sure what I should say about what I'm bringing. I'm going to be bringing a lot of PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, pretty much everything that I have. I'm going to start posting gameplay of, which is a lot of Thief. I have about 2 hours of Thief footage, and I have to scrap about half of it. There, he's like, thank you. I'm gonna have to scrap about half of it, because I was testing out different ways of recording, because right now I have money, but I'm trying to hold on to it, and I'm trying to spend as little as I can on an Elgato. There, boom. I love those combos. Get rid of everything. I wanted to spend as little as I have. And on eBay, there are like 5 or 6 different Elgatos that all look decent. They're all in okay quality. Son of a bitch. Give me another frog with taunt. I'm okay with it. And I've put bids on every single one of them. But every single time I go to put a bid on something, I almost always get like auto outbidded. And I think the most I put on one, like, I want something under $130 total. And they're 180 brand new. I want to say $50. I've looked online. I've seen plenty of them. And most of the people that I know that do like commentaries, like do YouTube commentaries and stuff like that, they all use Elgatos, and they said that basically it's a tank. It can deal out a lot, and it can take a lot. They're pretty strong things. So what I'm going to find online is probably going to be decent regardless of what it is. I had a couple options here, and in retrospect, I probably should have just froze that thing, but I wanted more cards. And I was like, freeze or cost less? We'll just cost less and then freeze. Seems legit, right? Those counters, man, I don't really use those on other characters, and I know I have a bunch of them, but I don't really use them. I only seem to use them on my mage, because they only seem to be the really ones that need it. That right there just saved my life. That was one of the things I was going to mention, the random number generator. That was so lucky that I had that out at the right time. But then he comes out with that, which I was like, what? You're just giving him taunt. Whatever. And here, my heart was breaking. I knew there was nothing I could do. I couldn't freeze them. There was no way that I could stop them from doing damage to me. So I just threw everything that I had out there, and I'm just like, okay, what can I do? I gotta kill him quick. I gotta get this flawless gameplay so I can start getting viewers and people can start going, ooh, wow, he's so amazing. And I came so close. This is probably one of my favorite ones, and also, I just started recording, so I don't have any of my other gameplays recorded. Now, when I get my HD PVR, I'm going to be doing an entire walkthrough of Thief for PlayStation 4, and then I'm going to post some quick scoping, some trick shots, montages. If you like that, whatever the kind of people who start watching me, if they just want to see Hearthstone or whatever, what the hell? I don't know why the video is lagging right there. The software that I use is very good. I love my software, but I have noticed there are some issues with it. Like right now, if what I'm seeing is what's really going to be in the video, I'm going to be really upset because I watched this video twice and it was perfect. There was no lag, there was no delay. Nothing else is running on my PC either. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not really going to make a difference, but that's really frustrating. By the way, I'm using a program called TrackAxe PC. He was about to hit me and I was like, no, please. Please, no. And then he doesn't. He actually kills himself. Or, well, he takes out his own monster. Why? You know? And he doesn't even hit me. He had one last card to attack me with, and he doesn't do it. I should have did this backwards. I should have nuked the 1/1 and hit the other dude, but I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to do everything I could to win the game. Now I was at the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, there's no way I'm getting out of this without taking damage. And he goes for my monster. Like, what? And then he hits me with the 1. I'm like, no! No! My flawless gone. Whatever. Then I nuke him. Bam. Bam. Yeah. That's where the flawless ends, obviously, and it breaks my heart, but I thought I'd go ahead and throw that out there, that it wasn't actually a flawless. It was almost, because in the end, he does do a little bit of damage to me. But this was a really fun game, and I really wanted to share this with you guys. I've got a couple more that are very similar to this, but they're not really as exciting, and they're using decks that are kind of cheap and lame, like Priest decks, so he gives up in the end. This is going to end in just a second. Thank you very much for watching, like, and fave. I have many, or not fave, just like, please. And subscribe if you haven't. Thank you very much, and you guys have a wonderful day.